The one reason I never turned off the neon sign. I've worked the graveyard shift at a diner off Route 66 for 12 years, and last Tuesday, I almost threw my apron in a deep fryer and walked out for good. 3 a.m. is a weird time. It's when the world is either too loud, or way too quiet. That night, it was loud. I had a booth of college kids who thought complimentary water meant they could treat me like a servant, and a guy at the counter complaining that his eggs were too yellow. I was done. I felt invisible, like a ghost serving pancakes to people who didn't care if I existed. Then, there was Leo. Leo sat in the corner booth, every single night, from 2 until 4 a.m. He never complained. He never asked for a refill. He just sat there, staring at a folded-up newspaper, wearing an old army jacket that had seen better days. Every night, I'd walk by and say, "Morning, Leo, your usual." He'd just nod. That was it, for 3 years. When the college kids finally left, after leaving a nickel as a tip, I just snapped. I didn't scream. I just took off the apron, set it on the counter, and walked out the back door into the cold night air. I stood there for maybe 5 minutes, staring at the dumpster, wondering where it all went wrong. Then, the screen door creaked. It wasn't my manager. It was Leo. He was standing there, shivering a little, hands deep in his pockets. He didn't look at me. He just looked at the stars. He said, "The sun's gonna be up soon, Sarah." I told him I didn't care. I told him I was finished. Leo finally looked at me, and his eyes were heavy. He whispered, "You're the only person who calls me by my name. Everyone else, they just see the jacket. If you leave, I'm just a ghost again." I didn't quit. Now, every night at 2 a.m., I don't just bring him his coffee. I sit down for 30 seconds. I look him in the eye, and I say, "Good to see you, Leo." Because in a world that's always moving too fast, sometimes, just being known, is enough to keep the lights on. Subscribe to the channel for such stories.